Hello, welcome to episode 2 of Under the Bar, where in this episode, I'm not going to say a fucking word based on the feedback from the first episode, which, to be fair, was justified, because I think
Yeah, it was.
You know what it is, yeah? Before I put the podcast live, obviously I watched it first. I had first look at it, yeah, and got to watch it back, and I was like, huh. Oh, don't
Maybe
shut
I
the
do
fuck
need
up.
to shut the fuck up. Maybe
I
I do.
actually don't. Shut the fuck up. So I'm going to be much more aware today and ensure that I leave ample space for
Thank
my
you,
dear,
mate. Yeah.
my dear friend.
Got
Mark
loads to
talk.
say today. Loads.
Yeah. So do you, I mean, like, what's up, you gay retard? Bear in mind that we have to bring that back every week now.
Not gay retard.
Gaylord retard.
Are we just doing that?
Yeah, that's
controversial.
Well, no, it's not controversial. How is Gaylord and retard controversial? I don't think.
What's another word for retard?
Idiot.
Politically correct. What are we talking about today?
Spastic.
What are we talking about today? Come on, let's get to it. What are we talking about?
Well, we can start on the fact that there's a 100-inch telly in my hallway.
There is a 100-inch telly in the hall.
I don't know if that camera can pick it up, but there's a 100-inch TV in my hallway. It is.
And Baker's going to put it on the wall.
When I moved in here, I was thinking, yo, like the telly over there on the wall, it's 65, but like because it's such an open plan room and the whole bottom floor is open plan, and that's a big wall, it just doesn't look. It looks like a 45, 55 on the wall. So I was like, sat there looking at the Black Friday deals. I thought, yeah, bang, get this TV. It's been delivered today, and only then did I realise the magnitude of how big the TV is. It's 100-inch, but the box it's 97 kilo. It's 97 kilos in the box, and it's 62 kilos weight. So, luckily, I've got my very handy friend here who's going to help me set it up.
We're going to make a short video of Josh putting it up, aren't we?
I genuinely think...
With his expert tools that he's got in his little tool cabinet.
I think, yeah, my tool cabinet's actually hard.
People wouldn't know, but if you know Black & Decker from B&Q drills,
That's right.
aren't exactly state of the
I
art.
only buy the best of the best. But
No screws, really. We've got bolts.
I think there could be 600,000 different universities of, and realities of me trying to put that TV in. I
think it'd be great.
I think I'd be successful in one of them, if that, and it won't be this one. So I definitely need some guidance. I can't do it. Anyway, I put up an Instagram story for some topics for us to discuss today, and I'm gonna take a quick look at them, and then we can pick and choose basically. So,
The Lord of the Rings.
Question one.
Wait for the Lord of the Rings comment. Go on.
This one's weird. Did his granddad touch him up?
Me or you?
I don't
both
know.
Of us?
I mean, mine didn't.
Mine personally didn't.
Not that I remember of. Did he? Nah.
No.
Nah. I was molested a little. Wasn't my granddad.
Who was that aimed at?
Yeah. I didn't know.
No. Not personally.
My favourite one so far, which I read to you earlier off camera, was
I knew it was coming.
how much did Mike make filming the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Well, actually, we were both in Lord of the Rings.
No, but I did really enjoy that.
He's actually a cave troll.
Are you going to share how much you made?
Didn't make anything, mate.
They didn't pay you?
Did it for the love of the game.
You know what? That's why Gimli was a real one. Honestly, that is why he was a real one. What do you do? This is like this. I think a lot of people don't know about you. What does Mike do in his free time?
As in work, or as
In
just
general,
literal
like what
free
does your
time?
life? I suppose let's go through. You know what? Let's give people an insight today on what your life looks like. Because I think a lot of people
What, a
don't
standard day? I get into work for...
know. What do you do for a living?
Well, it's a family business. We do sign fitting across the country, all the railways. Avanti West Coast, Chiltern Railways, we do all the signs on the stations. We do all the fucking housing estates like Bovis and Linden. And then we have another side, which is internal refurbishments, which we have clients like Collins Aerospace and Rolls-Royce. So I get to work for like 8 in the morning, go to work all day, till like 4:35, depending on how much I got on. And then I go back and see my dogs, eat. Then I go straight to the gym. Then by the time I get back, probably like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
half
he
9.
doesn't have
and then
dogs,
I eat
right?
when I get. I do have dogs.
He has hellhounds.
They are hellhounds, yes. They are hellhounds.
The first time I met was what's the dog? What starts with an R?
None of my dogs start with an R. Which one? Lana.
Lana.
Yeah.
Lana. I knew there was an R in it somewhere.
Yeah. Lana and Yuki, they're the dogs.
Lana, first time I met Lana, she viciously assaulted my calf.
She wanted to say hello and she scratched you. That's as there's dog people and there's not.
Well,
if you're a dog person, you'll like my dogs.
It's weird because
she just wanted to say hello.
Every
and
other
she
dog I've ever
scratched
said
him.
hello to. When I say hello to you, I don't fucking go, have that, you cunt. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but my dogs are like if they know if they know what breed, Belgian Malinois, I like a human on speed.
I have a scar to this day. 2.5 years later, I have a scar.
Put the picture of the scar in, because he doesn't have it.
I'll share it, Tom.
He'll do.
I know. I had a scar on my leg. I literally have a scar.
He'll Photoshop it, yeah.
Edit that bit.
I have a scar on my chest from her, actually. But she's been nice, though. She hasn't attacked me. She's just saying, I've got big claws.
Nice.
She's strong. She's a big dog.
No, she was being nice.
Go on, then you explain your day. What do you do, Josh?
Should we give it...
What have you done today? What have you done today?
You've opened me up now. What have I done today? Last night I went to the casino. So, me, your brother Joe, sorry. Me, your brother Joe, Mr. Walker, my other half, we went to the casino.
So one time you all went and you all came back up?
It's actually the one,
if I was there, I would ruin it for you.
That I believe we left as a collective up.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No, it's never happened.
And if I would have come, it would have been down.
You didn't come. Do you know what I mean? Because imagine you've missed out on the one time we've left up. Because normally, like, you might leave 50 quid, 100 quid up, or Joe will leave it and I'm down like £1,000. I'm like,
But one time you didn't come, I actually left about 400 or 500 quid up. I was doing so well, and then I seen Joe sitting at the machine really sad like this, because he's wasted all his money. So I was giving him 20s. And he was spending them in about 10 minutes, and he was looking at me again a bit like this.
Because you said that then, like, I know exactly what Joe looks like, so I can see that in my head.
He's sitting there, and he's swinging on his chair, because he's had a few drinks.
That's what he's like. Yeah. But last night, Joe did all right, to be fair to him. He did all right. He was playing slots, like, more reserved. He kept leaving machines and trying different machines and being smart with it.
Can we talk about why? Because that's just because he had less to drink.
Yes, definitely because he had less to drink.
He's a bit more locked in.
Yeah, he did well last night. Fair play to him. I'll give him 50 quid. I give him 50 quid to pay over at the start, because he was like, I can't really afford to gamble tonight. And I was like, I'll give him 50 quid. And he turned it into £350. So
did you get your £50 back?
No, I told him. No, he did, but he did offer it me.
Did he?
He did offer me the £50 back, yeah. And I said, no, I don't want to keep that.
Well, he just moaned about buying a pre-workout in the gym, so I don't know.
I might text him, actually. What the fuck? Question from Power says, what makes us happy in life? Nothing.
Anabolic steroid. No, I'm joking.
Anabolic steroid. You know what? That's not over that far-fetched.
No, do you know what it was? That's I think I sent you that meme, the Trent twins, when they say anabolic steroid. No, what makes me happy?
I know. Purpose.
Yeah, purpose. But what I'm trying to chase in life now is a bit of peace in my brain.
That's why I've moved here.
A bit of peace, yeah.
I think my brain's been far too loud for years now. So this is a bit of like it gives me like a mental breathing room. I know it sounds dumb, but even the open planness of this home makes me feel less anxious.
There's a lot of space, isn't there?
I feel less anxious.
Almost escape to if you want to chill on your own or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely that. I think, but overall, what makes me happy is chasing a goal, like a desire to achieve something. Like that's the reality.
I think you need some sort of purpose, whatever that may be. Not even in the gym. It can be anything. It could be fucking whatever it is.
Yeah, it could be anything that you apply yourself to.
Yeah. You need to have some
artistic, gym, inputs, no matter what that is, musically.
It doesn't even have to be big, like a big goal. It doesn't have to be whatever. It could just be chase something, go after something.
Yeah. I think just in general, what makes me happy is just that. Like you said, just having something to chase, to go and do. I think the moment as a man you don't have that, life gets a bit sucky. Like, I think men more than women as well.
You're more just existing, aren't you?
Yeah, I think
it's a bit different, isn't it? Yeah.
I think the purpose factor comes into play more for men than it does women, especially. I think, like, as men, like, we are. Like,
I think it's a lot easier for me and, say, for instance, Joe or whatever, to lose sight of stuff because you always have your family.
Yeah.
So you always know you've got to be chasing. So as I'm just talking as a man that doesn't have loads of people around them. Yeah,
I agree with you. I do think that. I think the difference is like you don't have, nobody has to rely on you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That's my point.
So you know you can be self-sufficient for yourself, and as long as you've done that, you're okay. Yeah, exactly. Whereas like my brain's like, right, I've got Christmas coming, that's going to cost me $4 grand. I've got this coming, that's going to cost me this. And my brain's constantly like, right, I have to. I've got, kids starting new schools, this is coming, that's coming. You've got school periods where kids need new uniform. But even just that, it's aside from that, it's about like the values I set as a man for my kids to follow. Like I have to be considerate of that. Of like, well, how do my kids see me, and do they see me achieving things or doing things that are hard, and then the gratification that comes with that. Like that's one of the things for me where I think that's where my purpose is in my head is.
Yeah, it's a little bit different for someone who has a family to someone who doesn't. I'm not even saying
I agree massively.
I see that, so I do have my goals and I do have a bit of purpose to myself, but Yeah, it's very easy to
had this
lose
conversation
sight.
before, haven't we? But you don't. Do you want kids in life?
No, not really. It's
What-
something I've never.
Why not?
I don't think I could give them the adequate time, the time they need. I don't think I
When
could.
you say you don't think you could, do you not think that's because you currently lead a mindset of just yourself? Like if they were
Yeah,
here,
but I don't want to be. Yeah, that's me just being honest though. Like I
get it. It's the
personally,
best way to be.
and to be honest, with the way this country's set up, I'm not sure about having
Okay,
kids.
yeah. No, listen, hey.
Because it's a
I
weird
completely
world.
agree there.
I mean, I'm not like I wouldn't ever like fully write it off, but it's just something I've never really. You know, I think if you have kids, you give them great time because you work. You work from home.
Don't get me wrong,
You
my
can
kids
work
are
from home.
sheltered. Like I agree with
Yeah.
what you're saying, but all my kids are very tech based. I don't like them going outside. I don't like them being in places where I can't see that.
They couldn't do what we used to do, could they?
Yeah, exactly. That's the basis of what you're saying.
It's a shame in a sense, isn't it? You can't. I mean, here you're a lot better now than you were. But
Well, it's not even just that, but even like here now, it's like we were talking last night, me and Paris, or yesterday, whatever it was, about like where's the closest like jiu-jitsu place? Like let's get them doing something. Like they need some form, because my concern with my kids is I need them to instill some form of discipline because all they do is game.
Well, I
mean?
kickboxed when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, so did I.
presume
That's
you
the
did
point,
too. Yeah.
So I need them to have some form of discipline where it teaches them that I input this and over time I get this back. Do you know what I mean? There's things that come with that.
But there's a lot of difference for kids now to that. I mean, me and you, if we lived in this house, we'd be over them fields in them trees somewhere every fucking day till some stupid time.
Building rope swings and shit.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different world, isn't it? Really, everyone's got iPads and screens and they live on them, which is fair enough. But
I suppose the way to put it is think of us as adults now and how much we rely on our devices.
Yeah.
And how much we like dopamine hit, and then imagine a young brain for doing that. It's going to be so much easier for them. Like that is it's instant for them.
you can't. I mean, when Call of Duty started coming out, and your Halos, we were always on it, but
literally
still went out.
That was such a vibe.
I think I was more made to go out, though, pushed to go out more.
You reckon?
Which is weird because now you don't, because of the fear of sending your kids out. You don't know who they're going to be around.
It's like my mum said. Like my mum, when 6 weeks holidays came around in school. My mum would be like, "Fuck off out the house at 8 a.m. and I'll see you at dinner time."
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'll be doing her head in all day. Because I was a very, creative child. I wanted to do dumb shit, build dumb shit. I was always loud. I was always doing something stupid.
That's also probably the reason that this generation is a lot different to how we were. But
did you used to ride like mattresses and shit down your stairs?
Yes.
Fuck
yes.
Yeah,
me and Joe. I mean, I cracked Joe's head open and stuff, mate.
The stories we and Jordan had as kids.
We did some stupid shit.
I swear to God, the moment we had chance, man, the mattress was off the top bunk and we were riding that.
Well,
shit
we had the
down
garage
stairs.
roof, which we used to jump off onto the trampoline and do
shit
like that.
We used
to, mate, climb on the. We were stupid.
So touching on that, you just said garage roof, jump a trampoline. You ever played
WWE era,
Did you ever play
obviously.
Blind Man's Bluff?
I reckon that was.
So it was where you'd put someone in a blindfold, spin them around, and then they have to try and come and find you blindfolded, and you can make noises and that to bring them towards you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just a game like that, basically. We were playing that on the Denby estate in Tipton when I was a kid, man. I used to live on Denby. It's like a proper council estate, man. Like common people, do you know what I mean? And we all used to chill together as kids, all of us off the estate, probably 10, 15 of us. And we were around one of the girls' houses on the day. I think I was like 11, Jordan would have been like 9. And they had, like an outhouse barbecue, like a brick barbecue that's built with a grill in it. They had a hand-built barbecue, and the trampoline was by it. And we were playing Blind Man's Bluff, and my younger brother put the blindfold on. And we spun him around, and then we all jumped to the trampoline. So he's blindfolded, got on the trampoline. You can see where this is going. Gets on, we've jumped off, we're making noises. He goes, "I'm coming," jumps, blindfolded, through the air, and the first thing to contact anything is his forehead hitting the corner of a brick on the outhouse barbecue. Oh my God. So we genuinely thought he was dead. Like, I
what you do as kids,
I thought he's dead. I thought this kid's about to die. So it instantly cut him straight like that, like a bang across his head, open. Could see the skull straight away. I'm thinking, oh no. Now, very much, this is only like 6 doors down from mine. So like, Jordan's there. I'm like, I've legged it to mine. So I'm thinking, go get my dad now. I'm legging it. Leg it to mine. And then my dad's run out of the house straight away. Gets him a minute later. He's back at mine with him. My dad's going, "You've killed him," to me. "You fucking killed someone like that." I can't remember what he said, but I remember him blaming me. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? I did this shit, bro. Like, but I've all, I mean, you know.
Did you always have that with parents? I always had this, but one was the calm parent and one was like
It's not that. I think it's
fucking
older
panic.
child relativities. Like if you're the older child, you are instantly responsible for the younger child, no matter what goes on. In a sense, like if they're a fucking retard, that's on you. Do you know what I mean? You should have made sure they weren't. Or at least that's how it felt. But I remember my brother was like, he was honestly, all things considered, he came off completely fine. It was just a cut that he had 2 stitches in, but he should have fucking cracked his skull realistically. But to this day, I call him fanny head because he's just got a massive
scar.
slit. Just call him vagina head, fanny forehead. Always called him it, or Harry Potter. You know, what I mean, always called him it.
Oh, the way I cracked Joe's head open was I sharpened a stick, and we were into Lord of the Rings, and I threw it like a javelin into his head. You can ask Joe about it.
Stuck him right there. The stick with what? Like
I can't even remember.
It
was like I snapped a stick and it had like I even remember the stick. It was really fucking weird, but it had like it was starting to go to the point. I'd somehow like done it, and he was running, and I went like this, and I buff right on the top. You can ask him about it. I fucking shit myself. I thought I killed him. I thought I killed him.
That's the thing, you know, as kids, you don't think about nothing.
I just did it now.
You don't think of any potential like consequence or outcome. You just think this is a good idea in the moment.
Go get his head glued together. He's got a scar on his hair there where he fucking hit me.
I've got a big scar at the back of my head there. I think you've mentioned it before. Yeah. That I had a house brick thrown off my head. Not even purposely. No, that wasn't me. It was my brother. That's how full my brain is. Yeah. That my dad had like a. You remember back in the day? I'm talking like early days, like early 2000s, when people had home bench presses, and it was like, you know, where the arms are this thin that go up, so the bar, like your hands are actually outside of them because it's that thin, so your hands are. So my dad had one of them, and it was like could be a flatter incline. And I used to like, again talking about mattresses, putting the mattress on it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. So I would put a mattress at the top of it. I think I was about 9, so on the incline, and then use it as a slide. So I put the mattress on it. My auntie was watching me. I was being babysat. My mum and dad were out, no one's home. Obviously, you always know when there's a babysitter, you can do some dumb shit. I'm thinking, I can do what the fuck I want today. So I've got the mattress on the bench, chilling. I climbed the fence to get onto the top of the mattress, sit on it. As I sit in it, naturally what's going to happen, it folds in between the arms. I fall backwards. The first thing to contact is the back of my head off the, what's it called? Like a wooden fence where you've got the pillar that you put the fence in. You know, the concrete bollards.
Oh, yeah.
My head hits that. Fucking hell, bro. My auntie's screaming. I soaked 4 tea-towels through with blood because your head bleeds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But this was bad, it was open. Yeah. And then my brother had a house brick thrown off his head, off the back of his head, and that cut him up. We used to do all this stuff, like, that's what you did, innit? Like, with all due respect, like, I don't think about any of them now and have like horror memories of it. I think of like they were good memories. Like I
don't think of anything like that. Yeah, it was fun. I mean? Yeah, I had loads of fun.
Look, I genuinely had fun. Yeah. I did have fun. I had a great time as a kid.
I'd be out till about 10 o'clock at night with my cousin.
Did you know what? Did you ever get battered as a kid? Like, did you ever get jumped or beat up?
No.
I battered. I did, bro.
What? By like someone else, or like your brother?
Nah, I'm talking like as in jumped by like older lads. My brother got me battered.
I got smacked by a 22-year-old when I was about 15 once.
Mate, I got jumped.
Didn't go
so
down.
Bad.
Didn't go down, gold.
Tipton Skate Park. I used to go there every day.
Jumped for what though?
I'll tell you now. I did nothing. I swear to God, on my kids' eyes, I did nothing. Oh, I know you don't believe me. You're gonna believe, but you'll believe me at the end of the story. I guarantee. Yeah. Tipton Skate Park. Used to go there every day. Me and my brother. BMX. You know, I was like 12. He'd be like 10, 11. I'll be like 13, whatever. I'm all 2 years older than him. It was in that age bracket. We used to go to Tipton Skate Park every day. BMX. Just go and ride, do the spine, do the drop-ins. You know, loved the skate park as a kid. That's all I did. It was about 400 yards from my nan's house. So, and that was about 10 minutes from mine. So we'd ride the bike down to my nan, see my nan go to the skate park. And Jordan was a mouthy kid.
Yeah.
Mouthy kid. Yeah. Used to mouth to the older lads in the skate park all the time. So the one day decides to just get into some disagreement.
He's a big lad though, isn't he?
George.
Was he then? He was a big lad, didn't you say?
I'd say no, George.
He's the strong one.
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
No, it's in like you said if he did something. Yeah.
Such wasted potential, it annoys me. But I genuinely think George could have been like you. I'd do it truly, like genetically, he could have been like you. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, he was like starting on these lads at the skate park as always. Not starting, but like they were telling him to basically move,
winding him up.
You know, like he's getting in the way and that of him trying to. And George's just like fuck you, kind of thing. You know, mouthy kid, which you know everyone is. But there's like 6 of them, and they're all like 16. And he's giving them mouth. And one of them's like, blah, 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 blah. And George said, mate, my brother will bat you. Mad. Must be talking about this other brother, because I ain't his fucking brother. Like, I don't know. But obviously, he's pointing me out to them. He's like, yeah, well, that's my brother. I'm like, yo, nah, nothing to do with me. What happens, bro? I got 6 geezers genuinely beating the fuck out. I'm laying on the floor being booted and everything.
Yeah.
Booted, kicked, stamped on. I remember I was covered in blood and bruises. I went back to my nan's. My nan's like wiping me down with a cloth and like cleaning me up, and I'm sat there crying. My brother comes back in, he's like, bro, I'm like, yo, don't ever speak to me again. Please do not ever talk to me again, bro. They got me battered. That's the only time I've been beat up though. I have won all my other fights in life.
Yeah, I cannot remember time. I mean, you know. I mean, I'm not on the camera, but I've had some fucking fights.
I think we both know.
I've had bottles
what
off
we're
my head
like,
and everything, but I've got quite a big head, so usually it
you have
bounces quite well.
Well, actually, you measured
and a big head and a big neck.
You measured your head the other day.
Yeah, it was mad.
Which is crazy. I've never heard of anyone doing that, but you measured your head.
Nah, but do you know what? There's a lad at work who has a top cap, like a Peaky Blinder top cap, an old boy. He used to be my foreman, but he's been coming back around. So I was putting his hat on, and he wants to get me a top, one of them, a cap.
You know what the thing is? They actually look good.
They actually look cool. No, it looks alright.
They do.
It looks alright, to be fair. I actually thought I might get one. So
I like them.
So that's what I was measuring my head for, not just because we actually measured how far Joe's nose comes out as well.
Oh, what was it, 40 millimetres?
40 millimetres, which is like 1 3/4 inches.
It's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I do at work, really. I don't really work hard.
Yeah, he's just self-admitted that all that graft is just measuring noses.
Measuring
a little topic here, old school versus science-based lifting.
I think science is lifting. It is in there, but it's gone way too far.
I think there's extremities of both.
Yes, yeah.
I think I think the best way to train is old school with a little bit of science-based mixed in, like a seasoning. That's how I treat it.
Yes, I think you can get caught up in either way. You can take old school and go, and you end up doing this whole stupid short range and shit.
I don't agree with that.
But equally, you can go too far with science, and you do some mad cable stuff. You know, these kids have got fucking wrap things around their head, and this is the new way.
Yeah, that is an interesting topic. Is that there? Like that diamond gym.
Yeah, I was actually going to use that as an example.
I would like to know what you think of it.
So I think that old school mentality is really good, but I think that they have taken that too far, and now it's just become a bit. It seems like it's more of like a
play up for the camera.
That's what it seems like. Why? I don't understand. Like you can't have a sip of your water.
So
I know it's like you're trying to build like a character.
Yeah. It's.
But
don't get me wrong.
We're not going to war. We're going to the gym.
I think the basis.
We're not in the trenches.
Yeah, I think the basis of it is it's a mental fortitude thing.
Yeah.
It's not so much the output of your session or the growth of a muscle or what. It's about, can we challenge your mind for you to overcome something?
But do you need to be punched while doing deadlifts for that?
If someone punched me, I'm swinging fucking straight.
But
that good
that's
luck.
my point. So I understand it's good. You're building in that respect, but it's just a bit far, isn't it?
Yeah.
But again, is that for the camera? I don't know.
I think
because there was that video with Larry. I can't remember the guy. The
Larry
guy who doesn't
and
stop shouting. Yeah, that guy.
And Champ.
And that's Diamond Gym. And it wasn't
that was back
like
in the
that.
day.
That wasn't like
10 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I've actually watched podcasts with, there's a guy, Elite FTS?
Yes.
Powerlifter.
Coach.
Yes, him. Yeah. He had someone on who was from Diamond Gym.
Yeah.
And he said it was very much old school, but it was a good gym. There was a lot of bodybuilders and people actually helped him from back in the day. Like it was never like that. It just seems that this has come with this.
Yeah.
What's the uncle guy and the other guy?
So you've got.
It's selling great.
I think his name's Smith. Smith the Don.
Yeah.
And then you've got Haddy. Yeah. There was, I think, Scholar, but I think Scholar's left due to some form of a disagreement. So that's the bulk of it, is those two. I think.
But it's doing really well, so I think that's why maybe now is it slightly been pushed on a little bit to make it. I think
here's my output on it. I think overall, it's a good thing for young men to see people push themselves into mental states that they wouldn't normally take themselves to.
I just don't think, can you not just do that in a set with your mates shouting at you, pushing you? You don't need to be physically punched.
I think there's extremities to it that don't need to exist.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I think it's good overall, but I think there's just too much extremities with it.
But I also think, on the flip side here, you're always doing their session. Why don't we do mine? Because I would genuinely say this to camera. Not many people would survive a volume day that me and him would put ourselves through on bench or chest. It just wouldn't happen. You ain't going for it. Good luck. You'll die. Look, we come from a background of years and years of volume. Like, I can go volume. You've seen the videos on the channel. I've done 120 reps of 180 kilo for a YouTube video.
It's funny that actually, because we both, when I was coming up, that's what I did. Every squat session, even whatever weight I went to, ended up with a a down set of 30 to 40 reps, whether that be 3 plates, 4 plates, whatever the fuck it was be. But every single session, I used to do that. Whether it was smart at the time, and whether it's probably why my arms are fucking buggered now, my elbows and stuff, but whether it be bench, whether it be deadlifts, whether it be squats, I would always do a very, very high volume down set. Now I think that is probably built my tendons really good.
Yeah.
But well, I think probably the joints.
Not so much.
Yeah, not so much. Yeah.
But we said that, we said that, like, we both agree that all the volume we've done over the years is probably a credit to our tendons. And I mean, look, it's like we said. Like,
I think it's why yes, we do talk about we've got pulls and stuff like that, but I think it's also the reason we don't
all rip off the
something
bone.
off.
I mean,
it's because they can take a lot. Now, we shouldn't be pushing that.
No,
we shouldn't be testing it. But I think that's also.
But we know I have tested it.
Yeah. Well,
like, if we've done 3 plates on one arm and not ripped a pec off, it's kind of saying you've clearly done some form of bulletproofing beforehand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like at 107 or 108 kilo, putting 300 kilo on your chest and pausing it and then pressing it up kind of tells you you've done some bulletproofing beforehand.
Do you know that the bench press doesn't scare me as much as the dumbbell press?
No, but dumbbells is so much more.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
More
doing high reps
of them. Such less control when it comes to that movement as opposed to a barbell.
Yeah, because you always have that one weak arm. This guy, this right hand's super strong.
And the thing is, on a barbell,
the left one,
a barbell that equal like
you're locked in together.
The quality of forces, even though you've got a leading arm and a weaker arm, 9 times out of 10, your leading arm will kind of pull you through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas with a dumbbell,
it
doesn't matter. This is doing fuck all for this. Do you know what I mean?
Also, understanding with a barbell, if you understand how to move the bar correctly and where you should be, you have a. I'm not saying it stops you, but you have a less because you see these young lads now that end up where they're doing this kind of the humpy thing, but they end up like this. Their elbows there,
I think it's such
and
a
it's scary to bloody watch.
Yeah.
And I don't know how these kids also, I've seen one, I think it was this morning, it was like 18-year-old benches 500 pounds, whatever the fuck it was. And I've never seen a bar hit a man's chest so hard. I'm thinking, you are surely, what did you see that old bloke that died recently? I think I showed you.
You showed me yesterday and I actually couldn't watch
Dropping
it. I'm
bars
not going
on your
to
chest
lie.
is actual trauma.
God.
You can't be, you can't just
God,
be
it's making me feel horrible. So for reference, before we touch on this, me and Mark regularly speak between ourselves about trauma to the chest because you guys probably don't know what it feels like. I say probably you don't, unless you're like a few people, to put 300 kilo over your chest or even 6 plates, 5 plates. When you consistently rep out 5 plates, 6 plates, do singles up to 6, 6.5, 7 plates, you are genuinely doing trauma to your chest cavity. That's what it is.
You can also look at it this way. I've benched for the past 8 years, every single week, probably in the range, and I'm talking, this is not to make sort of like a dickhead, but 200 plus because...
So it doesn't make you sound
what
like a
I'm saying is because I should be regimenting, it shouldn't be 200 plus all the time.
Oh, fuck that.
But for like the past 8 years, I have done that, and you think week in, week out, maybe twice a week, constant pausing on your chest.
Exactly.
It does. But look, so these kids that throw it on their chest, they're not understanding that is actually trauma to your chest.
You are causing.
And I mean, the one I watched this morning was scary, because there's one slip and that's game over for you, mate.
So, you know, one thing I never think, and I suppose it's the same as when people ask me. I think when I started doing the whole incline clap thing or the one arm thing, a lot of people's feedback was always, "How are you not terrified? How are you not scared that you're about to die?" And I've never had the internal thought of it. It's never entered my head. Ever.
Really? Because when you tried to get me to, that's the only thing I had.
But then when you showed me that video yesterday,
one wrong move
of that just 3 plates falling on the guy, he died.
Was it 3 plates?
It was 3 plates.
Was it?
He dropped 3 plates onto his sternum.
Suicide grip, by the way. It was suicide grip.
Which is how I used to press. You met me doing suicide grip, remember?
Well, it's a very accurate name.
He met me doing it, so I used to grip like that. But I watched
actually, you used to grip like this.
Yeah, I used to grip bar.
The strangest thing. But
I watched it, and I watched that yesterday. And I'm not going to lie, since I watched it yesterday, it's been in my head, like quite bad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it a lot because it's making me think. Hold on, 3 plates ended this geezer's life. I bench 300 kilo plus every fucking
It's like, for
week.
instance, 140 kilos. If you went and got them bricks out there, it'll
it'll
be a good few fucking bricks, and I just went like this.
Done.
Yeah, exactly. The people don't really think about it like that, do they? But
it's terrifying to think of when you put it in that aspect, and the idea that to show the whole trauma thing, like we spoke about before, this isn't normal. Like we will have days where we go to each other, or like weeks where like I feel tight here, and then we stretch, and all you hear is
that crack.
I feel my chest cavity open because there's a pressure release. That shouldn't happen. But it does because we are doing stupid weights consistently. So I think like for you, like I've come away from the whole like speed repping touch and go thing quite considerably. Even my AMRAPs aren't as aggressive anymore, and that's because when I do them, I genuinely struggle to breathe for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
You know I would.
Yeah.
I'd be like fucked. I'd actually be like to a point where I can't breathe. I'm like,
And you've also got to understand that when you do it, you're so much of a bigger man. So these youngsters, they have not built this size. They've got nothing
I've got years and years of bench press, touch and go aggressively to a point where like I've thickened myself. I'm very dense. I can take that kind of impact.
Yeah.
Even though it still hurts me and I breathe bad afterward. But the point is, if you're 18, 17, 16 years old,
I think they've just. Do you know these 18, 17-year-olds? I think they've got to be more patient and stop trying to rush. I mean, if you're any kind of lifter, yes, your friends might big you up. They might do, but if you're any kind of lifter, it's not going to go, well, that's a legitimate press.
Well, no.
I mean, you're bouncing it. I mean, I'll show you the video after this, but...
If you're in about the one where it's like stomach as high as possible, wide grip, and he goes and throws it up with his stomach.
See.
I've seen them and I don't rate them. I don't rate them. But I don't rate the press, I rate the commitment. Does that make sense? Like, I respect their effort.
Yes, but yeah.
Because I know that, like, it's still impressive. It's just you're gonna fucking die. Do you know what I mean?
It is dangerous. This is what I'm trying to say, and especially I mean, that isn't even the one, but I know what page it's on, but I can't find it. But just to give you the example of it, I won't show who it is because
16-year-old.
I don't want to call anyone out. He's not actually 16. But
yeah,
that isn't even the bad. That wasn't even nowhere near as the bad one I seen.
And it's still bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I bet you all can go on Instagram now.
But it's becoming a bit of a craze.
I bet you all can go on Instagram and pull up the one you're talking about, shall I?
Yeah, probably.
I've got a feeling that I'll know close enough who it is. So
he's made a great benchmark, but
this is Blake Went. I think Blake's quite impressive. He's only 19. But he still drops it quite aggressively, doesn't he?
He's going for that motion.
Yeah.
His goal is to get the bar down and then push up with his legs, like a motion.
Look, it's an aggressive drop. Don't get me wrong, it's a pause, it's not a touch and go, but it's an aggressive drop. That's my concern. It's like, sooner or later, someone's going to bring down 5 plates aggressively and think, yeah, I'm going to whack this up, and you're going to bring it down, you're going to crack a fucking rib and you're done.
But this is what I'm saying is, they just got to be. When I was doing it, there was no rush. There is no rush. It doesn't matter if you're going to. All you're going to do is what? On Instagram, you're 18 years old, benching 5 plates, whatever the fuck it is.
But have you not noticed the crazy influx of that?
Yeah, because they've seen their friends do.
17-year-old benches 495,
yeah, but to be fair, there's a bit of a meme where they're actually pretending they're younger than they are. That is a bit of a meme.
Yeah, but I'd also argue that there's a very large portion that isn't that.
But you don't. To be a better lifter, you've got to build over time. If you want to do this for a long time, you've got to build over time. If you're going to be doing that, you're going to snap your pec, your fucking whatever.
I also think it's like people have said, because one of the arguments about wraps has been wraps aren't helping develop tendons over time and things like that because people are rapidly descending it. And I agree to a degree. I actually do.
Yeah, but this is another thing is where the wraps are a little bit of fun to see what you can do in them.
Yeah.
Whereas what you really should do is 95% of your lifting is raw or sleeves just for protection, like a pair of neoprenes or whatever. A bit of protection. Yeah. And that's actually where you build your strength.
Yep.
And then the wraps will add more, but even when you put wraps on, it doesn't mean you have to suddenly lift like a dickhead.
No, I agree.
Just lift lift normally.
I agree. I'll tell you what, there is one more. So I think let me see if it's Riley. So Riley O'Donnell, barbells and bacon. Kid is 16 years old. Weighs 125 kilo. Yeah?
16 years old?
Yeah. 11 times all-time world record holder. Yeah, he's a little bench monster. He is a little bench monster.
I think I might have seen him, actually.
You will have seen him.
Yeah, I think I have now.
But he's got a very aggressive...
Yes, I know who he is. Yes, I know.
So, look, again, when I watch him bench, it kind of scares me. But he's a beast. Do you know what I mean? But he's got this kind of like... Actually, no. He's just changed quite considerably. Tell you what.
He's got good...
Let me correct myself there. Right, I don't know. Thumbs up from improvement.
That form looks perfect.
That is actually very good. I've clearly got him mixed up with someone else because that is...
For his frame,
it's very good. Very good form and he's doing nothing. Yeah, tell you what, Riley, I apologise, mate, if you've seen this.
But again, I suppose it's all perspective in it because Julius Maddox, when you see him bench, it's 300 and whatever he's doing. Yeah. And it looks scary. We've both spotted him.
Yeah.
It looks scary, but he can take it. Yeah. He's a big fucking man.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking about these young kids who are really still developing their physiques and their strength.
Yes,
You don't need to be built and be dropping bars on you like that.
I agree.
It's not going to help you.
It's going to help nothing. All it's going to do
is just drop back,
trauma
swallow
over
your
time.
ego a little bit. Don't worry about what your friend's doing, and build up properly. And do you know what you'll do? You'll surpass your friend.
Yeah.
If you swallow your pride a little bit, your ego, and just take it back a little bit and build up properly.
Yeah. Right. So
Way to do it.
let's touch on some topics. I've got a question here from Ecode who said, "How come they have left their strongest elf at home?"
Who?
I'm assuming you've been left behind. They haven't took you to the North Pole.
It's such a boring joke now. Right, get a tape measure out.
What's your bench?
Where's your tape measure? I'll measure it.
What's your bench press? What's your bench press goal? Lifetime. Like, where do you want to get to?
I actually don't care so much about everyone's like, 305, 310, whatever. I don't care so much about that. I think personally the high rep sets are more in the respect of if I'm going to do 280 for 3 or 260 for 5, that's
it's very good.
That's cooler, and it has actually a lot less risk than me pushing myself to 300 plus.
You'll push 700 pounds before you stop.
I think that'd be an ask.
317.
I think if I was heavier, if I went to 120,
why can't you just get heavier for a year?
Because I'd be built like SpongeBob.
So
well, you've just said I'm a dwarf, so like, where's the tape measure? I still want to measure myself to prove it on camera.
I look like Patrick, and I'm fine. Other than the fact that I struggle to like tie my laces and shit. And
you look a little bit.
Get out of breath doing basic daily
I did say your head's shaped like a missile.
Do either of you get social media or public burnouts? I'll tell you this much.
No, I'm not a big social media person.
Do you know what's funny?
This is hard for me, isn't it?
It's not really, because, for example,
I'm getting better.
I think, this is hard for you. Like, this is not, Mike's not normally a very on-camera person, especially talking to camera. I think he's coming alive more. Yeah. I think for me, I get burnt out from content creation because it's very hard to consistently make new, enticing, creative content. For example, like, I'll just say it straight, 99% of UK TikTok and creating right now is dog shit. You lot all make the same content. Where I start, he starts. Where I stop, he starts. Where he stops, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, how long are you gonna make the same dead fucking video concept? Like, does anyone have any form of originality? Like, it's fucking dreadful. It truly is fucking dreadful. It's shit content.
Yeah, but that's also because that stuff does better than someone posting an actual legitimate lift, which is sad, but it's the truth.
It's shit content. For the basis of it, it's shit content. It's just shit content. Yeah, there's no creativity to it at all.
I wouldn't watch it. I'm not saying that. I don't watch it.
When there's 5-6 creators rinsing the same concept week in, week out, it gets very, very boring. And I can't do that. Like, I could rinse the same concept, but that's why, for example, with the whole Reaper graveyard thing, I burned out. I can't keep doing that because I don't have passion for it. If I'm not passionate about the content I'm creating, I won't make it. Yeah, I could do it for an easy, quick buck and keep doing it and posting it for views. I don't care enough. Unless I'm passionate about what I'm making, I won't do it. So I think that's one thing I struggle with, is finding something that I'm passionate about, and when I do it, I'm like, right. I mean, I'm passionate about creating content, but it's the type of content I put out that I care about. I can't just put out dross. Because if I put out dross, then my brain doesn't get that sense of fulfillment for the day. Do you know what I mean? I need that sense of I've created something I'm proud of, as opposed to I've created something for the sake of creating it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what a load of these fucks do now.
Yeah, but that's one thing I can't do. I can't do these little skit things. I can't do that skit thing.
Let me tell you now, genuinely, yeah. If you wake up as a grown man, right, over the age of, 18, and you set a tripod up in your bedroom.
I know what he's going to say now. I've just clicked.
You know exactly where I'm going. You set a tripod up in your bedroom as a grown man, yeah? Put it there, you go. Press record. Get back in bed. Suck your fucking mum. Suck your mother's uterus out of a pussy. You fucking wet bastard. Who the fuck does that? We know who. But you know, it's so cringe, bro. Look, I can't get my head around how as grown men we're at that point. How are you doing that? How is a day in the life of me, the content creator? Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up, man. No, it's not. I'm crashing out. I need to stop. This podcast is also brought to you by My Protein. So I'm going to show you my favourite My Protein product, the crispy wafer bar. This is 14 grams of protein in what tastes like a chocolate wafer. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how it works or how they formulated it or even who made it. They should probably get a pay rise. Go to myprotein.com, use code BBB, stock up on your essentials, creatine, your proteins, your pre-workouts, everything you need, go right now. When did you first bench 3 plates? And was it your first time touching a barbell? When did you first bench 3 plates?
I don't know where this comes from as well. I mean, questions I get. What did you first do in your first session in the gym?
Yeah, people are like, what did you bench day?
I said this to someone on Instagram the other day. I remember being stuck on 110 for about 3 months. That's true. Like,
My first day in the gym, I benched 105 kilo.
Do you know? Yeah, see, but I was never built like I was built like I was 70.
I was a fucking unit. Yeah,
I was 70 kilos, wringing wet. Like I was tiny.
I want to say
I've actually got a picture you could put in. You can see all my chest bones. I was tiny. I wasn't a big guy.
Day one, I was about. I'd been on a fasted cardio cycle for about 3 months. That's why I started the gym to lose weight. And my first steady weight training, I was about 22 stone.
Yeah, I was about 10 to 10 stone.
So,
but I also was about. I think I was 16. I remember you have to do a PT. When the gym I was at, you had to do it was a leisure gym. You had to do a walk around the PT and you see what you can do.
Yeah,
I think I did 60 quite easy, and it was like that's quite good. And that was it. And then I just progressed from there. And I started to look at. There was a long time where I was doing really bad lifting. I didn't know any better. I was taught by someone who.
Same here.
Who,
do you ever watch videos back that you had from years ago?
And you go, holy shit. I have a 3-plate incline, and at the time I thought it was great, but my ass was flying up in the air. I was basically doing flat.
My favourite ones to look at, I've deleted all of them because I was so embarrassed by them. And actually, I've still got some. But like, you know when you thought you were the king of the gym because you started to max cables?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'd been in the gym a year and I was maxing a tricep pushdown, which isn't all that difficult on certain machines, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, yeah, look at me, like I'm a fucking beast. But the form would be dreadful. Or cable row, the seated cable row with a V grip, you know.
Yeah, my gym didn't have a lot.
You know, for example, on a cable row, it's very easy to add a bit of momentum and make it look like an okay rep when it isn't. You know what I mean? You're kind of just shunting and at the end and trying to make it look good. But I would do that with like the stack plus a plate, but like, look at me. And I watch them back now, like, oh, what the fuck was I doing? Like, what was I doing? But I also think that is what makes the gym so fun. Is you build your own journey, you build a path over years and years of development, trial and error, seeing how stupid you are, where you are now, what you learn, what you've still got to learn. Because it's like what we say, like, to this day, brother, I think there's always, every day or every week we train, going to be something more to learn about bench press.
You think that I don't watch, like, I don't know if you do, I watch Elite FTS, elite lifters, and I watch videos about them because there's still stuff that you could probably be better at.
Well, that's the thing, it's like Julius is the best of the world. When I met Julius, like Julius rang me for recovery tips. He's like, what do you do for recovery? And I told him, he's like, because
you're very good.
Do you know what I mean? Because I'm good at my recovery. And then I've took tips from Julius on this and that. And there's no matter where you are, there's always more you can learn. There'll be kids that are 18 years old doing something on bench that I've never tried that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I should try that because there's always a way you can improve something. I think that's the joy of the gym is when, people always ask me, what tips have you got for someone that's just starting? And I'm like,
go to the gym.
Go to the gym. Don't get a coach. Don't program. Genuinely, just go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week.
Go to the gym. Eat 4 meals a day.
Yeah, literally.
And concentrate on your form and doing the lifts correctly. That's what you got to do.
And some people are like, but I don't know what to do. Sit down. Find out. Sit on the machine. Pull it until it feels right.
That's to be fair, in my opinion, that's not even an excuse because now you have so much information. When I started, it was YouTube with motivational videos of big fucking bodybuilders with music on. They were great, but they didn't tell you how to do stuff. You learned through people. I learned off my sister's boyfriend at the time, and then I learned off a guy that used to train. That was in the army. When he was back, I used to train with him. He had terrible form. That's why I learned a lot of bad habits. But when I started looking into stuff. That's when I got better. That's when I excelled.
My little brother.
Before I left that leisure gym, I was benching 100. I didn't know what I was doing was nuts because I was only I was scrawny as fuck. I was benching 170, but I only had like a 220 deadlift.
Yeah.
And I think I had about a 200 squat.
That's still pretty good.
I bombed 210 over my head though, and I would snap myself in half in the gym. Because it was one of them racks, doesn't have adjusters.
Oh yeah, forget that.
Yeah, but you're influenced by people in the gym. But the bench was something I always excelled at. But when you start looking at your technique and your form, that's when you'll excel, because at the end of the day, strength-wise, moving weight is just A to B in the most efficient way for you.
That's it, exactly. That's exactly how I always describe it.
That's how you break it down.
That's exactly how I always describe it.
That's how you break it down. You know, for instance, if you're squatting, where your bar sits on your shoulders is going to be where you're going to load it over your hips. Like, you need to have it in the strongest position. It doesn't always mean the bar has to move straight, but it has to move in the right way.
Yeah.
When you start looking deeply into that stuff, that's when you'll get stronger.
Yeah. Once you learn the anatomy of your own body.
Yeah, when you learn, you have got to learn yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because everyone's so different. What works for me doesn't work for you, obviously, because I'm a dwarf.
Well, no, it's not even that. We just have different leverages. Like, I struggle with my hips, I do. Like, getting my hips in a deadlift for a good deadlift, like low position, I just can't. And I end up looking like an absolute gorm retard. But anyway, we both avoided the question of when did we first press free plates.
Yeah, because I don't know.
I think.
Oh, no, actually, I don't remember how old I was. That's the point, though. I remember I
think my first time pressing free plates.
I did it because I was having a bit of an ego thing.
Yeah, mine would have been definitely an ego thing.
There was a lad squatting in the gym. He had about 5 plates on.
I'm bleeding.
Screaming
Is this a universal thing for when you bleed, by the way? That people just do that?
Yeah.
It is, right?
100%.
Just checking.
Anyway, and he was screaming the plates down. I had like 5 people. I don't know why. He just wound me up a little bit. I was a young kid, didn't care. And I'd never tried 3 plates.
Yeah.
So when I found someone that I was like, I don't know if I can do this, but just be there. And that was the day I bench 3 plates. And I was
Did it go well?
Yeah, I did it.
Clean.
Piss easy. I could have done 150 or more. Didn't know that was a fear. But that was.
But how long do you think you'd been training? If you had to guesstimate years, just say years. Couple? A year?
Yeah. Couple.
So I'm the same. I think my first free plates have been training about a year. I think I'd been trying, like, admittedly, when I say free plates, I'm talking a free plate rep that I'd be proud of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As in, like, I'd done 3, 4 in fucking like slingshots and daft stuff, and thinking I was an ego little unit, but 3 plates raw clean was like, I'd say, a year in.
Slingshot wasn't really a thing that I knew of back then.
Nah,
but
the only reason I knew,
to put into perspective, I started training a lot young. Obviously, we're the same age, but I was a lot young. You didn't get into it until what?
Well, I got into gym when I was 22.
Yeah, see, I started at 16, so it was a bit different when I started to you.
But also, the content that I was consuming at the time when I started gym was things like Mark Smelly Bell.
Oh yeah, Mark Bell was great. Yeah, I watched a lot of that.
Like that.
Silent Mike. Do you remember Silent Mike? Yeah.
And I think watching Mark Bell at the time, who obviously had the slingshot, I was watching stuff like that, I'm thinking I'd like to try that. And so I bought like a fucking Temu version of Amazon. It's about 17.
Is that what you had at your house?
Yeah, literally one that you threw away the other day. It's been in a box for about 6 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was one of the ones where I was like, I'd like to learn that. And then I realised, like you said, I relied on that slingshot so much to a point where I was never developing raw strength. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I was definitely developing some form of strength. And I was doing volume and this and that. But when I threw that slingshot away and just started benching.
It was kind of the opposite though. I back then, I think I didn't have a pair of wrist wraps for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't have any equipment.
I got sent
bare knees and bare wrists.
I got sent a bizarre product. I remember this company messaged me. I only had like a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 followers on Instagram. It was nothing. I wasn't even posting content at times, just posting me, like your average geezer posts himself in the gym. And they sent me these pads that go on your hand. So it was like they go here like this.
Around your wrist? No, not that one.
No. As in, like, they're a pad that actually goes on your hand.
Yeah, but no, there's a wrist one that pads
It's a pussy pad. It's like a tampon for your hands to protect your hands from stuff. And I actually liked them. I was like, yeah, send me them, please. And they said Juggernaut Josh on them.
Hey, look, you all had them times when you first started lifting where your hands were sore as fuck.
Yeah, but
your body wasn't used to it.
I fucking love that.
It's also the neck as well. Obviously,
Yeah.
You're not a big. You weren't a big. You didn't like.
Don't squat.
But like your traps. Well, I didn't really have traps at the time. It was just bones. Like they never got used to it. But you had to harden them, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I think I'm trying to think when my first 4-plate bench was. I think that was after a couple of years.
I've still on my Instagram.
I think it was a couple of years later.
I think because I tell you what. I don't even realise half my shit's on the Instagram. But you know when there's them people that scroll all the way down to see where you fucking started? Yeah, I've got a lot of that. But to be fair, my progress is probably quite good. My first 4-plate was probably... Well, I competed as a junior, a natural junior, and I hit 190 in comp.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but the thing is, I trained like a bodybuilder. I had Leon, you know Leon. Mm-hmm. He told me to compete.
Newman.
Yeah, he told me to compete.
Leon Newman's a beast, by the way.
Yeah.
Powerlifting coach in the UK.
That man has no quit.
used to be at Dino's, right? Where is he now?
He just PTs from a pure gym in Shirley.
Yeah, PTs from a pure gym in Shirley, Solihull. But if you're watching this, Leon Newman, he's like an old school powerlifting / strongman
very old school,
coach. Yeah. Guys, like, I'm going to be honest with you, guys have heart attacks. Multiple.
He's had 2 heart attacks.
And listen, when I tell you now, he'll have an heart attack, get out of bed the next day and deadlift 300 kilo.
Well, his first heart attack, it was he was competing.
Yeah, so he's as raw as he gets.
But he knows no quit. His saying is, until the wheels fall off.
That's it.
And do you know what? A lot of people will say that, but I actually fucking believe him.
Yeah.
He's the one person I believe.
Yeah, I absolutely believe it, yeah. So worth a look up if you're like into that and want to get basically just...
But anyway, so he pushed it for me. I was trying like a bodybuilder. I maxed out squats a couple of days before the comp. I didn't know what I was doing. No one told me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't willing to follow it. I wasn't willing to follow stuff at the time. I was doing my own thing. But I still managed, when I say I had no form, I was lying flat on the bench. I'll try and find the video, but when my phone works.
Question. Do you think we are genetically set apart from the masses? This is something that someone said here.
I mean, yes, to a degree.
I'd argue yes, I am.
But I also remember the times when I was eating 7 meals a day as a natural person.
There we go.
And I never did anything, didn't leave my house. My life was the gym for 4 years straight. There wasn't a point in my day where I didn't feel sick from cramming food down because I was a hard gainer. I needed to eat a lot. So you can say that, but I worked fucking hard.
I think there's 2 areas to it. Yes, we are genetically gifted. I am also mentally stronger than you. Not you, but most people. I am mentally willing to undergo or forego things that most people won't in order to attain something at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? April 2nd, 2017, this video is.
That was
and I will link it on the video.
Last year of the June.
190 kilo bench today from my first comp, went 9 for 9 and hit a top.
I weighed 94 kilo, which I didn't understand weight classes because the weight class was...
That was a clean bench. Do you know what's hilarious? Let me just scroll back on this real quick. You set, like, this fucker has changed nothing in 9 years. The way he swings down and with one hand and gets under the bar is exactly the same as he does it every fucking week now.
But to be fair, I just didn't understand weight classes. You know that a powerlifting weight class is 93. I should have been stopped 93, but I weighed at 94 because I didn't have a fucking clue.
Oh, great. So you were not
I just didn't have a clue.
Yeah, brilliant. Right.
But there you go. So and also, while we're on that was the first foreplay in the gym when I had the closest grip in the world. Look at my grip now.
Wow, what is that grip? But look,
that was my big Polish mate.
But you see the difference here, yeah?
Yeah.
Your press there, 4-plate close grip, by the way. First ever 4-plate press, and it was a close grip.
Was it bare elbows? It's bare elbows.
It's bare elbows.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing about this is the fact
I was built like a child.
That you are literally built like a scarecrow.
Yeah.
But look at the difference. Your glutes do not come up off that bench.
No.
In that pressing position, every other kid online right now pressing is lifting, but you stayed so tight. You look at your lower body, it doesn't move.
Yeah, but but I used to. When I was young, I did do the glute lifting thing, and then I stopped. That's what I was going to say. There was a point where I stopped and thought, this can't be right, and I started looking into stuff, and that's when I actually got stronger. Yeah. That was when I started looking into stuff and going, well, this doesn't seem right. Yeah. And that's when I actually physically got stronger. When you start looking into stuff.
I think to touch on it, I'm definitely genetically gifted because ultimately I'm 6'3". I'm 178, 180 kilo, if you call me. I am 178 at the minute. But I've been up to 197, haven't I? 196.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely think I carry 178 kilo now very well. Not as well as I could, but I think I carry it well. I think...
Well, that's your genetic. That's you.
I think genetically there has to clearly be some form of a gift because I think
99% of people wouldn't carry 180 kilos very well.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm very dense. I've got a very dense bone structure. I have very dense forearms and dense upper body. And I think that's definitely a genetic thing. But again, I think this is what I'd argue. People talk about people being genetically gifted, etc., 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 as though it's just a few outliers. I believe people don't push themselves hard enough training to a point they find out their genetic gifts.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think people actually find out they're gifted.
Was there a point when you train hard enough to do so? There was a point when you realised and went, maybe. There was a point when I was in that leisure gym and I first did 170 kilos and I was built like a toothpick. And there was a bloke with his son and he near enough accused me of being on steroids and I didn't even know steroids at the time. And I didn't have a clue. And that was the point where I was like, I had no idea about anything to do with steroids, didn't understand them, didn't have a fucking clue.
Do you want to know
I still thought, because it was different, I still thought the people on the videos, I could do that naturally. I thought I could be your fucking Phil Heath naturally. I didn't have a bloody clue. So that was the first time I went, okay, am I a little bit different? Am I doing something different? But at the time, you don't know, do you?
I think do you know what's fucking hilarious? I was so not plugged into the fitness realm of lifting all that much until probably 2022. That it wasn't till It wasn't until I did that free plate incline clap, where because I was always training for fun, I was genuinely always messing about. It wasn't until I did that free plate incline clap and watched it back that I was like, I've just launched 140 kilo in the end and clapped my hands and caught it. Like that is a bit like I'm a bit of a fucking joke. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe I am a bit of a fucking anomaly, and I think that's where I really realised it. Like you got to remember when I was doing the free plate incline clap, I was only benching 260. That was my best flat press.
Well, you've got some big kahunas to do that for a start. Can we talk about that? Because I'm fucking...
No, but you see, it's not though. Like, I know what you mean by it. But because I was always a speed rep, touch and goer, the movement was so natural to me. All I had to add in was that.
Yeah.
And the bar path didn't change because it was so strict.
That's what scared me, the bar path moving. I'm getting it here.
Yeah, because you let go here and you fucking catch it there. I know what you mean. But it was always, it never changed. The only thing that changed was the amount of weight you put on. The movement always stayed the same, so it was never scary for me. Now I'm more scared to just bench flat, normal. I'm more scared to that now to do a clap.
You get a bit more sense when you get through your lifting journey.
That video yesterday, man. That video you showed me.
Usually I don't watch any videos for that reason. I don't watch pec tears. I don't watch people snapping their legs backwards
Greg
on
posted
leg presses.
it, didn't he? And Greg said, warning, graphic content. You slide across and it's like, this geezer just goes, it's 3 plates. He just goes, boom, drops it, hits him legs. Ooh.
It'd be interesting to know.
He gets it off, he gets
just
up
collapses,
and it just collapses and dies.
Yeah.
For free, like, that's terrifying.
But would it also be interesting to know what can he do that way? Should he have had a spotter? Is he just attempting stuff? Do you know what I mean?
Could he be like an old boy that wanted to show the young lads how he's done kind of thing?
Is that weights he could usually do and it was just a real bad accident and it slipped out his hands? Or that's what would be interesting to know.
I suppose the secondary thought is, to kind of support my brain a little here so I don't get scared about it, is statistically how likely am I to die from bench pressing?
Also, as well, you
how
have,
many people
you
bench
have
press around the world?
a lot more tissue. That's happened multiple times. There was a guy.
But not everyone drops 300 kilos.
Do you know what?
300 kilos a bit different.
It always seems, well, luckily I'm there saving you. Anyway, but usually it seems to be 3 plates. There was a guy, you can Google it, there was a young lad, he dropped it on his neck when he was bench pressing 3 plates and died instantly, obviously, because he dropped on his neck.
Oh, God, you're making me...
That was in like some American uni.
Hey, have you thought about doing something else? Should we just not bench press?
But my point is, you need to have people you trust around. If you're doing something that is a bit scary, get 3 spotters. Ask people in the gym to find a spot.
Yeah. But
when it gets crazy, I will not...
You know it, yeah. The moment I go above 300, you're like side spotters.
It does not matter how strong you are. As a back spotter, if that bar goes that way slightly, you can't put it away. You can't save him.
My fear now is dropping it on my chest. But I think because of how hard I squeeze the bar, that's never going to happen because my grip's so tight on it. I shouldn't be able to roll out my hand. If it rolls, it's just going to go forward.
Yeah, but it could be loads of factors. We've used bars which are like, if he's not using it, this is the point of where we always argue a good bar.
I'm going to stop bench pressing. I won't bench press anymore.
We argue a good bar, don't we? We always do.
Yeah.
The one yesterday, that was a power bar. Yeah. Great.
It was actually a good bar.
These leisure ones.
Shout out D1 Gyms in Worcester. We actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually very good.
The worst thing is, he could have come and recorded yesterday and we had no idea. The music in there was off completely. It was such a good vibe. We could have recorded in there.
We can revisit.
We will revisit.
It's not too far, is it?
D1 Gyms, we're going to come back. They actually messaged me. Said, let me know when you're coming back anytime. So, sort us out.
It's a good gym, though.
You know what? We're going to cut to an ad break, actually. Bang. You know, guys, this podcast is brought to you by Lick Pre-Workout, the UK's strongest pre-workout. Go and get yours right now. It is currently still $19.99 on the website with Black Friday offers. We've got fruit punch and grape in stock, and people love it. Don't wait around. It will sell out because it always does. Go and get yours. All right, we're back. Let's touch on the Larry situation. The whole Larry lawsuit shit going on. So, let me preface this. I have met Larry probably 4 or 5 times. Maybe a couple more, I don't know. I have never had individually bad experiences with Larry.
I've only met him once, and that's all I can base it off. So
I've met Larry and been around Larry, I have got on with Larry, always. I used to be under PR apps. I'm not anymore.
Do you think it's Larry or the people behind him?
I don't know is my honest answer. I think...
Because Larry just seems like he's a front man that is slightly pushed in directions.
I kind of disagree with this bit.
But I don't know him that well, I don't know.
I know that PR as a business has multiple owners. You know what I mean? I'm not going to name them because I do know them, but anyway. PR has multiple owners, Larry being one of them. Obviously, the whole situation with Larry is that Daniel Ryhov is a bench presser from the US. He's quite a well-known athlete. Dan gave Larry a sum of money for shares in PR, I believe, or something along these lines. Let's just put it as a basis of Dan gave Larry money as an investment into a business, and Larry used that money toward a house deposit, I believe, which is fine, whatever. But the promise was that he'll get a return on business. Now, as far as I'm aware, I haven't looked fully into the whole thing because I'm not going to lie, I haven't got the hour in my day to do so. But as far as I'm aware, Larry has not paid anything to Daniel at all in 3 years. Daniel's received absolutely nothing at all. Should have been consistently receiving, and he hasn't.
Was the contracts drawn up and stuff like that? I don't have a clue, by the way. So it's all done legitimately?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's,
Yeah. So it then, I suppose, is like, another way to look at it is, so I know multiple athletes that were not paid by PR. Now, whether that is Larry's doing or other people's doing behind the brand, I do not know. But what I can tell you is, because I'm going to say, because they fucking don't, Leif McDad. Leif, we know him very well.
Yeah.
McLovin, excuse me, boss, yeah? One of my great friends, I love that kid. But Leif doesn't stick up for himself much because Leif avoids drama. He's not one of those guys that will look to rectify something. I, though, I've said for years that I'd speak out for him. He's always told me no, but fuck it, I'm doing it right now. Leif was owed thousands and thousands of dollars by PR subs. Was never paid. Never. In, I want to say 6-7 months of promoting PR subs, was never paid a penny.
Not once?
Not a penny. When chasing the payments, was never paid. Then you've got others, the likes of Carl Curvey.
Yes, I know him, yeah.
No longer with PR due to issues, etc., I believe, with payment again. Now, he's not the only one. There's other people that have not been paid by PR. There was actually issues with them paying me at one point.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember that because I was basically very vocal about the facts. This is not specifically with Larry, by the way. This is with other people that were going to fucking pay me. Because if we don't, I could very easily get loud about it. And suddenly I was paid.
I was with PR.
You were with PR. You were. Were you ever paid?
But you were paid. It's smaller, isn't it? So it's not on your scale, so it's easy.
Whereas like in a salary payment,
it's different. That has to be
done. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. When I raised the issues of payment, to be fair to the people behind the business, they were rectified pretty quickly. To be fair.
So you did get paid.
There was times where I was being threatened with not being paid.
Yeah.
And then it was rectified.
Yeah.
When it got to a point where I had to make it rectified.
Yeah.
But where it gripes me is obviously Daniel is owed money. Mm-hmm. Daniel's not been paid the money he's owed. But then you've just signed Andrei Smayev to PR.
They've kind of, with that, put all their eggs in one basket because he's such a big hit at the moment. They've lost basically everyone, and now he's the big hit, isn't he?
So we've gone. But also, I've noticed that Larry all of a sudden is doing a lot of collaborations. So let me be clear, Larry has been being begged in his comments for a long time to do a video of Andrei Smayev. It's not like Andrei Smayev is just now hot. He's been hot for as long as I have.
Yeah.
A few years. Now, I did a video with Larry 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2.5 years ago. Smayev hasn't happened till now. And it's because Larry's made the effort to go to Russia and do so. Or wherever he's gone. And now all of a sudden Larry's doing collabs everywhere with everyone. There's been collabs all week this week. Yeah. I know that Elias Enquist, the strong lad that does a lot of curls, he's gone over to LA. Kareem's gone out there, real Kratos guy. You name it, all sorts of people have gone out there doing videos with Larry this week. Yeah? It seems to be that Larry's on his collab grind or back on some form of a YouTube grind. Is that because he suddenly needs income? Because you've been sued? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or is it because...
Well, I mean, 3 years without payment with such a big company, that's going to be
the reality is, legal
sum.
costs on that will be very big over time, definitely. Because it's not going to be something that's cleaned up like that. That's not back and forth for a while. And again, I'm just speculating it because I don't know anything about it. I admittedly do know, before any of this came out, that Daniel gave Larry money. I've known this for years.
Yeah.
Like, me and Daniel are friends. I was sat with Daniel at a food table years ago when me and Daniel spoke about this. Not at the time, though. there was never an issue of Daniel not being paid. It was just Daniel telling me, yeah, I've basically bought a percentage of PR. Cool. Do you know what I mean? I knew that he'd done that. But for that to be as long ago as it is, for him to have not received a penny, but for him sit there watching Larry sign athletes, and clearly people like Smythe are going to be on a salary. He's not unsalaried. If he is unsalaried, then holy fuck, let me manage you. Do you know what I mean? Because you should be salaried at a decent rate. So he will be salaried.
Smythe still has a daytime job.
Yeah, he still has a daytime job.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't think even though he does so well, he doesn't monetize very well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think he's just signed with, I don't know, he's now with a nutrition brand, right? I don't know the name of it. He's definitely with a nutrition brand now. OxyPro, I think. And obviously now with an accessory brand with PR. But the guy's got to be getting money.
You'd think, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, has to be getting money now. But if you're Dan, you're watching that's a kick in the teeth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I don't know how to forecast this in a way of, I don't have anything against Larry. I think, for all I know, it could all be Larry Bellissimo. For all I know, the investors in the business could actually be completely innocent.
You don't have any proof of where it comes from, do you?
That's the problem. Yeah. For all we know,
You can't.
The way to touch on it is, Larry admittedly had a fucking webcam addiction, let's not forget. Geezer was spending tens of thousands of dollars a week, even a night, I think, at points.
Which is openly come out
on cam girls.
Yeah.
So we're talking about someone that has suffered with addiction, and especially when it comes to finances, he's very good at blowing the money.
Yeah.
Put two and two together, you could argue, maybe the business has not been in the best financial position at times because of Larry. Do you know what I mean? And that's probably very arguable. I know that the investors into PR, the two investors that I know of, that are the main kind of frontrunners in that business, are very successful businessmen.
Yeah. So
they don't come from scattered backgrounds.
So if you're looking at it like
of
that,
poor business, they come from backgrounds of good business, very wealthy. I'm talking very, very good business. So it's like, do I see them being the reason it's in a financial hole? No. Do you know what I mean? So now it's like, right, so how many kind of like areas of blame have we got left to lay?
Yeah.
Where do we look now to say, right, why isn't Dan being paid? Is it because there was something formulated in a contract that just basically fucked him over?
Have they tried to do anything? Have they tried to have any settlement fee or anything?
The honest conversation is I don't know. The thing is, I think it doesn't help that Larry hasn't publicly addressed it, but I also think he can't publicly address it because he's being sued.
Yeah,
and it's probably best for him to not talk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you have to kind of give both parties benefit of the doubt because you don't know.
Yeah.
So I guess you could sit here and go, Larry is in a position where he can't make too many financial decisions about the business anymore because he doesn't own too much of it because so much of it's been bought out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So Larry can't just up and give money because he doesn't have the say to do so. And then also as two new business owners, you aren't going to fork out hundreds of thousands of dollars with something you haven't agreed on. Do you know what I mean? And we need to, there has to be a cash flow. Like when people do business properly, you know that cash is king. You need cash flow. If you're in a negative cash flow, you're not about to throw six figures away and give someone a load of money.
I mean, to be fair, you're starting. There's more companies coming out now with the wraps. They're not going to be as popular, are they?
No,
they're just not.
Look, I sell wraps.
You sell wraps.
I'm not fucking good at it. No, that's a lot. I'm great at selling them. I'm just really shit at delivering them.
Yeah.
I'm fucking brilliant at selling them. Like I can show you.
There's goblin gear.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's all these companies coming out. I just don't think that when they were really big, it's like they were the only company doing it.
Yeah, it was just PR.
And now it's becoming more of a norm, but like it's almost like wrist wraps.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yes.
So I don't think they are in the position. I don't know anyone that wears their clothes, and that's not a dig.
From what I know,
I don't know because we're UK.
From what I don't
know,
PR is a $2 million plus revenue business year on year. So it makes over $2 million a year. At least, that's from numbers I've heard from good sources. So it's like there's definitely money in the business.
But they're also not going to spend.
Now, obviously, we don't know set net revenue after cost, after product cost and delivery and fucking payments and you name it. But we can say it's safe to say they make money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But as you say, it's a tough subject though, isn't it? Because you don't have the facts. You don't have the information.
You don't.
Without asking people, which is...
I also think that something that might have actually stained mine and Larry's relationship is the fact that when I was making my own wraps, I made my own, and you know, I said I've gone off all the wrap brands that exist, and then implemented what I like and changed things. And then, you know, but there's an ad that I did where I was talking about how using old wraps, and there was things that I didn't like about them, and a certain person, Anil, put the ad together and decided to use a clip of Larry rapping me over that part. So it looks like I'm just talking shit about PR. And of course, by the way, that ad for some reason did very well.
Yeah,
it
funny that, and it's funny how that works.
It did like 300,000 or 400,000 views, and Larry definitely saw that ad.
Yeah,
like definitely saw, because the guy follows me, so he saw the ad.
Does he still follow you?
Yeah, but he saw the ad, and I've seen that ad. He's definitely thought, Baker, what the fuck, you know. So
I mean, I don't know. Larry's always seemed like a nice dude, but
I get on with Larry.
You don't know what they're like, do you? Really? Are they going to be nice? Everyone's going to be nice to your face, generally, aren't they? So you don't know, but he seems like a good dude. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know either way. You don't know. I don't have the facts. That's why I've shut up for the past 10 minutes, because I don't have any facts. I
also think Dan's a good guy, though. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think, from what I know of Dan, he's willing to help people. He clearly is, in a sense, because someone's asked him for $50,000 and he's done it. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, yes, there was a return on the back end of it, but you're still parting ways with 50 grand. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, whatever, innit? Should we wrap it up there?
Yeah.
Episode 2, boxed off. Might Rap on Instagram.
Peace.
Big Boy Bake on Instagram. Get Reaper. Reaper-graveyard.com for clothing, pre-workout, accessories. Myprotein.com, code BBB. Love you all. Goodbye.
Did you want me to say bye? No, it's too late now.
Okay. Bye.